Hey everyone, welcome back. So in the last video I showed you how to remove the bearing from this YoYoFactory shutter and dove deep inside its center track bearing. Just a note, I wouldn't recommend taking your bearing apart because you can permanently damage it. But taking apart this YoYoFactory's bearing reveals a 8-ball crown style or Type W bearing. And here I have the AceYo universal gravitation. We'll just do this, and then this. Looks like it's a concave style bearing with a 10-ball ribbon cage or Type J bearing internals. Now you might be wondering why I'm going through all this. Well, the thing is that I always hear about how certain bearings may perform better than others, like this concave 10-ball ribbon style bearing in this Duncan Echo 2. So with different brands and different price points, why not compare the ones we all may commonly use? Like this concave 8-ball ribbon style bearing in a Magic YoYo plotter. Don't forget to leave a comment below if there's a YoYo you'd like me to do a review on from this video. So now this is another Magic YoYo. The katana is supposed to be equipped with an NSK bearing. They're typically around $20 for each bearing, and it's supposed to be a very high performance bearing. Looks like this bearing has a concave outer ring and has a 8-ball ribbon style bearing cage. NSK are a Japanese manufacturer for YoYo Recreation and YoYoFactory gold bearings, to name a few, so we'll see how they perform. Okay, let's see what C3 design has for us in this YoYo called Level 6. Looks like it's a concave style outer ring. And has 10 balls with a ribbon cage. One of the biggest things I'm trying to find out is if these bearings really are that noticeably different. Take this YopYo Colossus 4. So YopYo has their own kind of bearing called 5-cut, as you can sort of see with the 5 machine lines on the outer ring that slightly resembles a center track. I will have to admit that this is an awesome bearing and an awesome YoYo. But I'm basing that on feeling, so let's put some science into it. Looks like the internals is a 10-ball bearing with a ribbon cage. I mean, a bearing comparison wouldn't be complete with some cheap bearings as well, right? Like on this Aldi Orbis that has a concave style outer ring. And the insides look like it too is a 10-ball bearing with a ribbon cage, but I think this cage is a little skinnier. And of course there's this YoYo that I bought on eBay for $2. It has hub stacks, and originally came in a half swap with a lighter colored blue half. I've also added some rubber O-rings to give it a little bit more rim weight. I can still do a lot of tricks with this even though it's a pretty terrible YoYo. Leave a comment below if you want me to make a review of this. Can you believe it actually came with a size C unresponsive concave bearing? I will have to say that this bearing is probably the most different. It has 7 balls with a crown style plastic cage. And now come these. I bought these on AliExpress for around I think 75 cents each because the picture looks really similar to a center track or a 5-cut bearing. So I thought, why not? I'll link to these bearings in the description on the next video because I want to compare these bearings to a blind test. It should make performance comparison fun. These bearings have a center track style outer ring and features 10 balls and a ribbon cage. Pretty similar to some of the bearings so far. Spins smoothly as well. I think I bought these gold bearings as a pack of 5 for a little under $2, making them each around 40 cents. It has a concave style outer ring and has 10 balls and a crown cage. You might be wondering what YoYo will I choose for my baseline YoYo. You'll find out in the next video. If you haven't already, don't forget to like the video and hit that subscribe button, and click on the bell to be kept up to date on all my videos. And now the non-gold version of what may be the same bearings. I always wondered if there really is a difference for it being gold. And as you can see, it also has a concave style outer ring that has 10 balls and a crown cage. So I think some of the biggest variables that can differ in the performance between these bearings are tolerancing and friction. So far we've seen two main cage styles, ribbon and crown. And then this Magic Yo-Yo bearing pack contains a concave style 8-ball bearing with a ribbon cage. We also have to consider that the less balls the bearing has, the less friction it will experience. Now the Magic Yo-Yo gold bearing is a concave style with a 10-ball crown cage. And last but not least, the AceYo Trifecta bearing. Trifecta bearings are supposed to feature that groove in the center of the outer ring. It also has more of a wide V shape unlike a center track or 5-cut. That's interesting. And inside it looks like it has a crown cage with 10 balls inside. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if there is a yo-yo in this lineup that you'd like to see a review of. And I'll see you in the next video.